Yeah.
Bueno, estos meses. Y Ethereum, ¿no? También,
Just like Ignacio said, and today I will be talking about mainstreaming crypto and making it more accessible to people like me. I started working here in September and I knew nothing. It took me a month to figure out what buy low, sell high means. And so, but now we are here and it's been a month of trying to figure out how to put this, and I've talked to a lot of people about how they would have done it. And this is accumulation of several professors, my parents, and many of my friends who I've subjected to listen to me practice to this and to let me pick their brains. Next slide, pretty please. Okay, so we are going to go over what the knowledge gap is and then the barriers in between crypto and semesters. I'm a finance major and I'm taking 3 upper division finance courses next semester. I'm not excited, but that's the price you got to pay to study abroad in Spain for a semester. And then I will be talking about how we are going to bridge that gap. And one thing I noticed when talking to my dad and people his age, not calling them old, just calling them older than me, is that they were not quite sure how to turn cryptocurrency and the money you make from there into a tuition payment and big stuff like that. They knew once you got it there, you could make it, but not how to take it out and actually use it in the real world. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then I'm going to explain why C trading. It has been 2 months of trying to my friends, my real parents, my host parents, and all my host aunts and uncles what on earth I'm doing at this company. And I think I finally nailed it. I might not, but I'm pretty sure I did. And then the last little bit is the marketing part, about the customers. I think we should be tracked as well as the marketing strategy that goes along with it. Okay, first of all, in my opinion, there are this knowledge gap a big thing. As someone who still claims to know very, very, very little, I know what arbitrage means and like the most basic definition of it, and that is all I learned in my 2 months. But I think some of the biggest barriers to entry when it comes to crypto versus stocks is there's a lot of technical in 2 years, and it's something that is it's an elective class. It's not something required. Many students do have to take some sort of form of investment class. We have to prepare for the adult class about crypto in there, but we do talk a lot about how to invest in stocks. I also, because Ignacio, it's the app if you've never actually opened it. And then, in my opinion, very few comprehensive nothing. I feel like towards people who already know a lot and just want to learn more. So in depth that it is out of my range and I click off the video immediately. Next slide, please. And after talking to a lot of people, I talked to my dad and people of his age and his friends, people who are more experienced in investing in stocks, and I asked them why they chose the stock market over work on cryptocurrency, and a lot of them said it's because they trusted it more and because it's something they'd heard about, and because there are regulations. There's a lot of regulations, but because there are regulations and there are stuff like see insurance, your money is more guaranteed and you are most likely to not have a terrible, terrible crash. Versus cryptocurrency is Professor Ione, who when Ignacio told me I was presenting a month ago, I kid you not, I ran to and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. And this was entirely her idea. I was talking to Ione and Ione told me that the reason she's not into cryptocurrency and she feels like a lot of people who could be investors who do have pension funds are not into cryptocurrency is because it is very volatile and they don't understand it. It's something so big and so scary they don't want to touch it. They don't want to learn about it at all. It's a little bit easier to dip your toes in because there are things like traditional account. Bridging the gap, I feel like our company can do this, and I think we already are. And I was assigned a month ago, and about a week ago, they've decided to entirely change marketing directions. And so this presentation has changed a little bit to make it sound like I entirely came up with the idea. It was not, but I'm excited to see where we're going. I think we need to educate new users by making tutorials that are essentially teaching cryptocurrency to kindergarteners. I think if we can teach it like you're a little kid and make it easy for people to understand in a basic minute and a half long format, I think we'll get it. I think I understood it, and it took a very long time for me to get the little knowledge I have now, because videos were 7 minutes long, and I'd get through the 7 minutes and still not be sure what they were talking about. Or I'd talk to Clara, who is not my works for a company, and she, God bless her heart, twice a week, every week for a month, had to try to explain to me what arbitrage was. Never picked it up until I finally Googled it, and it is buy low, sell high, in case anyone was wondering. And I think another thing we need to focus on is building trust and using their testimonials. At the moment, we are not, but that is one of the new things coming on our new website, which Clara literally started Tuesday, and it looks so good. And so I'm excited to see user testimonials, and I think I'd feel more I should not hit them. I would feel more comfortable entering into a space if I knew that other people had had success in the space beforehand. Therefore, I think we should also have some user testimonials, which we will. I don't know how long it takes to create a new website, but once we have a new website, we will have user testimonials. I also think we need to highlight practical cases on how to get your crypto from the scary computer into the real world, and how to turn it into real money or your tuition payment or your coffee. Because that, in doing this presentation, that's how I figured out how to do it. Because beforehand, I had no clue. And maybe I should have downloaded the app sooner to figure it out, but I had absolutely no clue. And last but not least, I think we need to make it easier. And this is make many steps to get you from A to B, to get the cash in your hand, or to get it to go towards your coffee. And I don't know how we would streamline that. That is so not my department and way above my pay grade. But I think that would also be something, if anyone can figure it out, Ignacio can. Next slide, please. Okay. And then this is the big slide that, talking to my dad, we went out to dinner one night, and he was like, I just don't understand. How do we turn it into a tuition payment? And so I had to go and Google it. Entirely sure. And in case you were wondering, our church does not accept Bitcoin as a form of payment for our tuition. But I did learn that you can sell cryptocurrency on the platform. It's essentially the same thing as selling your stocks, and you keep the money there and can go buy something new. So, in my opinion, very self-explanatory, but also that took a long time for me to get to the point where I'm like, oh, it's just like stocks. And you can also transfer the funds in your bank account. That is a 2 or 3 step process that I still can't understand. But I know you go from decentralized to centralized, and then somehow it gets into your bank account. But it is possible. And then last but not least, Ignacio talked about this one, that there are cryptocurrency debit cards, and that people take them, and there's an ATM system, and apparently it's a very big thing, and I've just never paid enough attention to see it. But you get a debit card, which I doubt Trinity would take as a tuition payment, but you never know. Next slide, please. And our beautiful YC trading was something I think I really lucked out as far as my internships. I'm one of the few people who's not working at preschool, and I could not be more grateful to not be dealing with the little kids. I'm especially grateful to get to work with these people in this beautiful building. And given the recent marketing shift, a few things that I'm supposed to focus on and talk about, one of which is our automated trading bots, which makes it very easy for people like me who don't know anything and don't have time to dedicate to figure out how to buy and how to get rid of it. The bot will do it for you. You tell it, I want to make this much money, and it will do it. And it's this beautiful, magical thing. And that's as much as I got, but it's fantastic. Really well, and it's something that I know everyone's worked really hard on, and it's been cool to see people like it and use it. Also, on the Seed Trading app, we have up-to-date cryptocurrency news, and that is the only reason I know anything that's going on ever, because it's right there in the app. It is beautiful, it is easy. And when I tell you guys I was able to figure out this app and I know what to do, anyone can do it. Anyone with clicker and fingers can do this. Like, it is so C Trading is a very simple app, and if I could do it, you guys can do it. And there are also no hidden fees, which I didn't know was an issue until I started talking to Clara about other companies, and other companies will charge you to take your money out of your account. C Trading does not do that. So what a great plus side. And then the platform is very easy to use. A monkey could use it, a dog could use it. We're people, we entirely got this. And last but not least, there are advanced trading tools that are a little too advanced for me, but every single person who's actually into cryptocurrency who have talked about this says the tools are very cool and very advanced. They, I think, are the bots, and it is, Clara's tried to explain it to me several times, and it is very above my pay grade. Next slide, pretty please. And then for our international business class, this just kind of happened to fall right before our next, so my head was already here. But for our international business class, we have to talk about the type of people a company should target, and then also, in our opinion, how that company should target it. And I'm very lucky that my teammates here at presentation are here to listen to me even more. In the next groups we should be targeting, I believe we should target beginner investors, like my lovely up here, ages 22 to 30, are investing. They want to make a profit, but also since they're investing career, okay, if they take risk because they have a longer time to recover from those losses. I think one of the big challenges from that is graduating from college. We're told all about how you need to have a 401k and put your stuff into a Roth IRA, but no one says anything about. In any of my finance classes, we haven't talked about it at all. We don't talk about it in any business class whatsoever, even in our information systems class. It's not something talked about, and once again, it's a big, scary thing. And when I was for this SEO, if there was a book I could read or something so I could come into the first day prepared, and he was like, "No, there's nothing. You'll be fine." I was not fine. So there's no book, nothing, and I think we should not. It sounds awful, but I do think we can, with the power of marketing, make it easier for the young people to get into cryptocurrency earlier rather than it be a fun thing to do later. I also think the second group of people we should target are the midlife non-crypto investors, people who are already into stocks and real estate and who like investing and who are comfortable with it. And this is just a new branch to diversify their. I think this is an important sector because you one basket, and at that point you can take a little out and start learning. And the adults I've talked to who are in that age range are a little above that age. Really excited. It's to make more money and learn, and I think their fears are that it's too hard. And once again, it's not too hard. I kind of figured it out, so anyone can figure it out. Next slide, pretty please. And coming from that, I made a 4-week marketing strategy that hopefully will work. I don't know if we'll do it. I leave before this thing would be over, so that would, it is asking someone else to take over this entire thing. And Clara's very nice, and everyone here is very sweet, but if they have time for that, they'll need another intern. I didn't understand an English. I did not get there. I've lived with them for 3 months now, and they still are not quite sure what this. Besides go to class and go to work near plus URL. But I think we need to focus on our awareness and education, and we can build a brand awareness for beginning investors. I think this can be done through social media, and part of my assignments is to get in making TikToks, and a lot of TikToks, an entire week of my life with TikToks, which is really fun until your entire life is TikTok. It's 10 hours. TikToks was kind of a lot, but it was really fun. And I think we can use stuff like that, and Ignacio is already very, very, very on it and using social media, but I think we can use it more. And I think we can use Instagram Reels as well as TikTok, and I don't know if YouTube Shorts, like, I might as well try it. a minute and a half read. I left every article confident that I knew what was going on. And I was in charge of reaching out to new customers into the art. I think most that I don't know about them, but they are amazing. And if they still work here, they should keep writing them because that was a very exciting and also an article that short isn't a lot of time out of your day. That's one or let's get the bathroom with your article for the day. And next slide, pretty please. See, at the moment in our district, and I think we need to focus on building those users up more and get people more excited about. The people in that group chat are all very, very smart people in my pay grade. But I think if we focus more on not only building up people's wealth, but a community, people want to come and join a community. Friends to do everything. Spanish, I do not volunteer to do that whatsoever, but I'm sure Clara and Ignacio would love to do it, or maybe Carla. And I think this can all be accomplished more by being active on our social media. I know today, C trading's never been that than it was today at this presentation, and Lord with that was the best. And I think people through Instagram, YouTube, that's how I've found stuff. And for my spreadsheet classes, I know following people on Instagram, but that could be the same thing for the people for cryptocurrency inside of spreadsheets. Please. The third, we need to start coming over to the app. The first 2 weeks we've spent telling them about cryptocurrency, helping them feel comfortable in this world. And I think we can do that by once again going and offering our tutorials and showing people how to do it. One of my assignments this semester has been making tutorials on how to use every can do it all. I think tutorials is that was 2 weeks of fantastic and very comprehensible. But going on and having a week's worth of here's how to do XYZ every single day would be really helpful, and creating a website I think would also be useful because I think could be very helpful. And we do options, but I think coupled with the free tutorials, on top of that, incentivize people to come and join that. Next slide. Oh my God, I really don't want to leave. And I think that we should fall down, and every number a person could need on this planet and has somewhere in exactly. And it's fun to go and like mess around and start clicking on things and then go back and oh, the person that just added one more click on that tab was me. But I think at the data stuff, because this is a very data-driven company, has all this of how to go, who done it. I think by analyzing the metrics, we can figure out how to change our website more. And I think by reaching out to the same people who participated in our social media stuff and watched our videos and asking them, how can we improve our app? How can we improve our website? How can we make this easier for you as someone who's brand new to this? to come on and join us would be really helpful. I know we've tried reaching out, but I think if we're more aggressive on social media, we can more people will respond to us when we reach out. And we've tried conducting several surveys in the past, but I think if we follow strategy, our survey might get a few more responses than just the people who work at the company who use the app. But this is another way of looking at the campaign. It, in my opinion, also signed up for about 2 weeks of this work. No problem. But I think it's very doable, and I think it's me is reaching out to the people who don't know anything about cryptocurrency and bringing them in, because just having someone who holds the entire process, and if someone can like there. And I think the C Trading app is an amazing app, and I'm down to teach anyone today how to use it on. It's just it. So we can do it. I absolutely love this app, and I'm so grateful for all the opportunities this company has given. Thank you.